I hunger. I demand decent food at a satisfactory price. To the kingdom of burgers!
I got 7 Mac 11s, about 8, 38s, 9, 9, 10 Mac 10s, the shits never end. You can't touch my britches, even if you had MC Hammer and the 357.
Howdy, welcome to Burger King. Can I take your order?
Hi, yeah. Can I get a Whopper meal with no lettuce and Coke?
That'll be $5.74. Please pull around to the second window.
Thank you very much.
Time for some flame broiled goodness? Oh no. I said no lettuce. And this is Sprite. Burger King sure has some weird-ass advertising campaigns. It seems they like to take risks and try out bizarre and sometimes controversial methods of showing off their products. For starters, there's the ever-creepy Burger King King, which I'm almost positive was designed to be slightly disturbing. But there have been a few other specific ad campaigns that just seem kind of off. There's a DirecTV channel, though, that showed nothing but a Whopper on a rotating pedestal. If you watched it for 5 minutes, you got a free Whopper. Watch it for another 10 minutes, you get another Whopper. Another 15 minutes, and you get a third free Whopper. Or how about that Facebook one? You could download an app that would unfriend 10 people from Facebook and you'd get a free Whopper. The app would then send a message to people saying their friendship was worth less than a Whopper. It was even called the Whopper Sacrifice. Sacrifice! That's some black metal shit right there. And back in 2006, Burger King launched a set of games for the Xbox 360. Although they could also be played on the original Xbox, even though they had online capabilities and achievements. They were developed by Blitz Games and published by King Games. Nope, not the Candy Crush guys. And you could buy them for $3.99 with the purchase of a value meal. According to the most reliable of sources, Wikipedia, the games were originally created as downloadable games for Xbox Live Arcade, but they were considered to be such high quality, they were instead moved to box product and distributed directly at Burger King stores. High quality, eh? I doubt that very much. But seeing as these technically are licensed games, let's take a look at the first of the two, and only two, Burger King games. Pocket Bike Racer. Pocket Bike Racer, like the title says, is a racing game where you race pocket bikes, but with Burger King characters. Because reasons. The first thing you'll notice is the green screen intro with the greatest music ever composed. I bet John Williams wrote it. The main meat of the game is the tournament mode. Here you race through a series of 5 courses in 4 different modes. But before we take a look at the races, how about we make a character using the least customizable character creator I've ever seen. Looking good there, buddy, with your blank stare and your tiny, tiny arms. Now we just need a name fitting of such a divine creature. How about Funkin' What? Because nothing else can really describe this perfect specimen of man.
I'm sexy and I know it.
There are already pre-made characters you can use, like the King, Burger, the Stig from Top Gear, Subservient Chicken, and Winston! So with Funkin' What at the helm, it's time for us to start our first race. And off! For the most part, the bike's actually handled decently. Not the greatest in the world, but not really the worst. Turning can be a bit wonky, but after touring around with a handbrake, I got the hang of it. The real problem comes with very tight, narrow corners. If you want to get through smoothly, you've got to slow right down to turtle speeds to not hit anything. The AI is pretty wacky. Sometimes they'll be total crap, but other times they'll play dirty and rocket right past you. Except the King. He's always the best. No, I mean, really. In pretty much every race, he was always at the head of the pack, or at least right behind me, because, I was winning. And believe it or not, this game actually has matchmaking. It even has achievements tied to online matches. I wonder if anyone's online. Wow. How surprising. There are 5 tracks in the game. A Burger King parking lot, a construction site, the Royal Courtyard, a suburban neighborhood, and some sort of post-apocalyptic burger-ruled future where giant tomatoes roam free that is simply known as Fantasy Ranch. I've got a few real-life ranch fantasies of my own. Hidden Valley. You can drive through these gates to fill up your power bar on the right of the screen. The more gates you go through, the more power you get, and you can use the power to get gadgets like rockets, shields, or mines. Or you can press P and use a chunk of your power as a speed boost. You get more or less power depending on the color of the gate you go through. It's actually kind of a nifty way to do a power-up system. As for the race types, you got 4 of them. Standard race is going around the track and finishing first with power-ups available. And hardcore is the same thing but with no power-ups. In Ultimate Cone Trial, you have to be the first to race through a set amount of cone checkpoints. But after someone goes through a checkpoint, no one else can use it for a short amount of time. You'll end up driving the wrong way around the track to get more checkpoints. The AI even does this. The worst game mode is Battle Royale. It has the same checkpoint disappearing system as the Cone Trial, but you have to get enough power built up to hit your opponent 6 times to win. So you'll be scrambling around trying to get energy, and then you've got to land shots with these horribly unreliable missiles, because if you want to get anything better, you've got to get even more energy, which takes you even longer to get. And the AI is driving every which way around the course, so you've got to track them down and hit them, and it can be incredibly hard to find them because these tracks are designed to go one way and one way only. So if you go back, you'll end up getting stuck on a jump that you can't go back up. Why would you make a mode like this for a one-way track? It just doesn't work well. If this was to be any fun, it really should have been like a Twisted Metal style combat arena. The best part about this game is the sound. Not the in-game audio, God no. Those bike sounds are annoying as butts. And not nice round butts, more like hairy butts. But a lot of the in-game racing music is actually really good. Props to whoever's playing that sweet bass. It's too bad the song just repeats over and over again. It just gets kind of annoying. And as you can plainly see, the visuals are pretty crappy. Bad character models, rough textures, and riders that don't have shadows. Only the bikes have those.
You don't need a license to drive a sandwich.
So that's about it for Pocket Bike Racer. Let's take a look at the other masterpiece of a game we have here. Big Bumpin'. The only logical step after tiny motorbikes is bumper cars. There's really not too much to say about this game. We've got the same characters as last time, and now they're all in bumper cars. This game really handles like crap. It's so floaty and drifty, I felt like I was never in control. The AI is extremely aggressive as well. In one game mode, the goal was to take some sort of MacGuffin from point A to point B without being hit. When the AI had it, they took a couple of hits but usually made it okay. When I got it, unrelenting bumper car mayhem. Another big problem with the game is that it doesn't explain anything to you. I didn't know how to play any of the modes, or even figure out the controller layout. I just used trial and error to find out how to play, and that method got very annoying when the game mode would change to something totally different between every round. The only one I found myself enjoying was an oddball style game where you hit around a giant hockey puck, and whoever touched it last gets points until someone else touches it. That was okay, and hockey wasn't too bad. There are a good number of stages that do feel pretty different from one another, but you can only play certain game types on certain stages, so you'll quickly grow bored of the same few over and over if you only like one game mode. This one's just really forgettable. Don't even bother with it. There you have it, folks. Cheap-ass games for people that eat cheap-ass food. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go indulge myself in some of this cheap-ass food. Later. Wait. My temperature man needs to start playing. Turn that off. Thank you. Put something better on.
I like square butts and I cannot lie.
That's it.
C-star can't deny. When a sponge walks in, 4 corners in his pants like he got phone book implants, the crowd shouts. All the ladies stare. Dang, those pants are square.
What's up with the music? I said turn that off. I need to fire that freaking editor. Wait. Oh, it's you! God. You're looking kinda lopsided there. You feeling okay? Man, things have really gone downhill since you stopped selling the chicken fries, haven't they? What'd you buy, like the freaking dollar menu or something? Oh, no. I know what's in that bag and I am not touching that. Nope, not doing it. I said nope, it's not gonna happen. Nope, never, nope. Okay, Jesus, fine. I'll do it. the whole reason you guys are watching anyway for this fucking game. So without further ado, although I wish there was a lot of ado so I don't have to do this, this is Sneak King. Watch it, man! In addition to Pocket Bike Racer and Big Bumping, Burger King released one more game called Sneak King, and it's the most notorious of them all. But for those who don't know, here's the gist of it. You play as the Burger King, and it's your job to go around the level and giving people Whoppers and fries and other shit. But it's a stealth game. Wait, what? Yes, a stealth game. I thought you said that. I'm not even sure how this game came into existence. I mean, it's just such a bizarre concept. It's one of those things you hear about and you just can't quite believe is real. Like Archie meets the Punisher. And yeah, that's real too! It's one of those games everyone already knows is bad, even if they never touched it. You know it'll suck, but you want to know how bad it's going to suck. And I guess it's where I come in. Let's get this over with. Sneak King. So we start the game off at a sawmill, and we can already appreciate the majesty of His Royal Highness himself and all his glorious HD. Or I guess, SD. Or maybe just D. Minus. So we start moving around, and this camera sucks eggs. It's inverted on both the X and the Y axis, and there's no option to change it, so I've just got to suffer through it. Just like I've got to suffer through these controls, which blow eggs. Is that even a thing? For a game that needs to be precise and sneaky with your movements, it sure is sluggish and fat. Like most people who eat at Burger King. No comment. So there are 4 levels to play on. A sawmill, a cul-de-sac, a construction site, and downtown. Each of these levels has 20 missions you can complete, and you can get an A, B, or C rank based on how quickly you did the challenge or how many points you scored. On the surface, there's actually quite a bit of content here. If you want to go for A's on all 80 levels, you got quite a lot of work ahead of you. This would be impressive except for the fact that most of the missions take a minute to complete. Sometimes even less. I had one challenge that gave me a C rank for taking too long. Do you know how long that mission took me? 6.5 seconds!
Surprise, motherfucker.
Most of the missions are the same thing. Go deliver food. There'll occasionally be a stipulation or two, like don't be seen or deliver to all people of only a certain hunger level, but it's the same thing every single mission. It gets incredibly boring and predictable. You can hide in places to give people food, but don't bother with that unless the mission says you have to. The king takes forever getting in and out of places, and people hardly ever walk by you. He just looks kinda dumb. Let's focus on the actual gameplay for a bit, shall we? No. Too bad, we're doing it anyway. The king has to go deliver food to hungry people. You can tell who's hungry by the color of the burger above their head. Their hunger level is determined by color, going from green to blinking red. And if you don't feed them in time... birds! All you have to do is walk up to them and press A to give them the food, and then hit A again to do a flourish. And a flourish is pretty much just a fancy way of giving them a burger. Hey king, can you do a flourish for me? Should've seen that one coming. You get more points for doing flourishes, but you also have to watch these boring, unskippable animations. Depending on how hungry a person is, how close you are to them, how high your flourish is, and how many deliveries you've made multiplies your score. Overall, the scoring mechanic really isn't that bad. The mechanic that is bad, however, is the cone vision of the AI. They have this big blue triangle on the ground in front of them, and that's all they can see. That's it. You can come up right next to them and they won't see you. Here's just a few of my favorite near misses. This is truly some of the dumbest AI I've ever encountered in a video game. Just listen to them. Dumb. Dumb and ugly. This whole game looks like crap. Muddy textures, horrible lighting, rough surfaces, and more clipping than at a hairdresser's in LA. I mean, just look at this freaking sprinkler! The water's always a background texture no matter where I go! This is horrible!
What a piece of junk!
The king is the only thing that looks halfway decent in this game. At least he looks better than this guy. And I'll give him this. The animations of the king are surprisingly smooth. Transitioning between two animations isn't smooth, it's about as smooth as using sandpaper for toilet paper, but a single movement in itself is actually alright. I like pressing A when I'm not near anything because it becomes my very own shrug button. Hey baby, what's up? You wanna go out sometime? And she's not the only bitch around here. The AI is so ungrateful. I, the Burger King,
I'm sorry. I, playing the Burger King,
am going around giving these poor, hungry people food for free. But if they see me, they suddenly don't want it. And for what purpose? Are they happy to see me? So happy they no longer hunger for my flame-broiled goodness? Or are they calling me out, seeing me stalking their neighborhood, thinking I wish to steal their lawn gnomes? Or are they terrified? Is the king truly that evil? That scary? So ungodly hideous that it makes even grown men shriek in terror?
yes. Yes, he is.
But seriously, if you're spotted by someone who's hungry, they'll instantly lose their hunger level. They should still be hungry, shouldn't they? They just see the king and they're suddenly full.
God, I'm so freaking hungry. I'm gonna pass out any minute and birds are gonna start flying around my head. No, I see you. Fuck off. Fuck you. Get out of here. No one wants your shit. Wow, I'm stuffed.
The level layouts range from okay to just dreadful. The cul-de-sac and downtown levels are pretty basic and simple to navigate, but the sawmill and construction site try to mix things up with interactable environments. The sawmill's not too bad. There's just a button to hit to get over a bridge, and a tree the king can knock down with a punch as strong as 14 donkeys.
Now you're a man!
The construction site is the worst. There's these series of pipes you have to knock down and move around to get access to the full map, and the king loves to take a sweet time moving these things. If you're on a timed mission, you'll be sitting there fuming because he's wasting your time being all fancy about pushing a goddamn button. And if you fail a mission, the game automatically sets the fail screen to take you back to the level selection area, where you start at the beginning of every level and you have to walk all the way over, which takes forever, especially in the sawmill construction site areas, because they have to move so many little buttons and things to get to the next area. And I'm getting so freaking sick and tired of this game that... The sound design in this game is shit. Sound effects are either too quiet or too loud. The NPCs speak in a language like The Sims, but somehow is even more annoying. And the music is so boring and repetitive. It's just the same quiet looping backing track again and again. And the same short stings when you deliver food again and again. Sometimes it won't even let the songs finish. It just cuts out to the king's done with his stupid little dance. Or sometimes his dance will last too long, and we just watch him there as he tries to be funny in silence. He needs some tunes.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the Ritz.
I'm not really sure if that's his thing though.
I don't know. I'm not really sure what kind of music the Burger King likes. Oh, you play? Well, give me a taste. What you got? Okay, that's nice, honey. You can stop now.
And now, because I don't know where else to put it, here are some of the funniest, dumbest, and worst moments from this train wreck of a game. Enjoy.
I am a man!
Oh my god, duh!
Yes! 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 Yes!
I'm not even sure what else I can say about this game. I mean, it's so... Ooh, I got an achievement. At least I can get some gamer score out of this. What am I up to right now? Are you serious? 50,000?
I got my 50,000th gamer score on Sneak King. 6 years of gaming for this, my 50,000th gamer score on fucking Sneak King! Ah!
Everything is awful. Everything is bad when you're playing this game. Everything is awful. It'll drive you insane.
That's it! Nope, no more! None! No, I am done!
These games are horrible. Big bumping is so forgettable. Pocket Racer barely qualifies as good, and Sneak King. Do I even really need to say again why Sneak King is so bad? I don't even know why these games exist. Everyone knew from the start they were going to suck. They've grown a legacy of sucking. This game blows X-Men out of the water. It's that bad, and that game tried to freaking kill me. Sneak King is up there with Sonic 06 and Superman 64. It is that bad. Infamously bad.
Burger King must have known how bad these games are. I mean, just the idea alone is ludicrous. The Burger King sneaking around giving people food? How do they think this was any sort of good publicity? Because it wasn't good publicity. You know what they say, any publicity is good publicity. And I'm sitting here ranting and raving about Burger King games for like 15-20 minutes. I went out and bought Burger King for this review. It works. They don't want to sell games, they want to sell more burgers. And because I'm talking about it, making you all think of Burger King, you're going to want to go out and buy Burger King. You magnificent bastards. Well, I gotta hand it to you, King. I mean... King? Where'd you go? King!
But he was gone. Vanished. Just as quickly as he had appeared, as the game foretold. Guster Hughes did not ponder long on the matter. He retreated to the safety and comfort of his home and played some Minecraft. But he does not know what lurks in the forest, what horrors he has unleashed, the power he is fucking with. He made a dangerous enemy that day, one whose powers dwarfed his, whose game was more horrid than any he had ever seen. The king would return someday, but for now, he rests, regaining his strength and plotting. For he is licensed, and he is not alone.
I was chosen by heaven. Say my name when you pray to the sky. See Carolus rise. To the sky. See Carolus rise.
Golly gee willikers, I sure am hungry. Hey, free food from a stranger. Thanks, man.